I am Chris Hance. I'm a freshman here at Clemson University. I'm an engineering major, and I went to the last New Student Dialogue on diversity, or dialogue in diversity. Um, at the New Student Dialogue, we talked over a bunch of different things, such as your social identity, and that I felt like that was pretty important to know. How do you see yourself? Not how other people see you. I probably identify with the fact that I'm white, middle class more than any other stereotype or demographic out there. Uh, it's just the way I grew up. The school I went to mostly was pretty racially divided. It's about 65% African American, and the rest is white or another race. But I identify mostly being white just because it was so racially divided, and so you were either white or black, and you hung out with only white people. And that's pretty much how I grew up. So for the question, it says, why do you think dialogue is an important component of Library 100? And do you see dialogue as a useful tool in your university experience? I feel like it is, mostly because, a lot of people, Clemson's like not like a lot of other universities. We're diverse in the sense that we have a lot more people from India and China and places like that, and a small percentage of African American. Where a place I grew up, it was almost opposite, and so dialogue's important. So we all get together and you can talk and converse and know where they're coming from, and it's an important part to see their viewpoints. The next thing is, what would it look like if we approached our conflicts with empathy? And I feel like it'd probably make the world a better place if everybody was sympathetic to how other people felt, and they knew where they were coming from and things like that. It would definitely make the world a better place if people wouldn't have these stereotypes or what they believe people should act like or how they should be, and people would just all get along. And in the video we watched, the YouTube video about how people are all related to one another, and how they all work together and everything. He said we show solidarity with our compassion, and I feel like that's pretty true. But we're never gonna be we're not all gonna like each other. That's unrealistic, and the human race will never get along. They'll always fight over something. But I feel like when things get tough, he used the example of the earthquakes in Haiti. I feel like when things get tough, people find a way to come together and and show sympathy for the victims of Haiti, and giving with their donations and things like that. And the next question is it possible that we could extend our empathy to the entire human race? Like I said, I don't think that it's possible at all. The human race, we're never all gonna get along. There's always gonna be some group, some demographic that's gonna make another group or demographic mad. Like, gay people will always have straight people to be pissed off at them for some reason. Some straight guys some group is always gonna hate people, always gonna hate gay people or things like that. But they're just never gonna get along. Some hardcore rebellious Americans are never gonna like people in the Middle East. Again, just like some hardcore groups don't like people in Japan because of World War II and Pearl Harbor. It's not realistic to think that empathy could spread to the entire human race. And it's not true. It's not gonna happen. I'd like for it to happen, but realistically it won't. And I felt like the dialogue we went over was a pretty important part. pretty important to university experience, because it just shows you. I mean, it shows you how other people feel. Like uh, the African girl's story about her houseboy. Someone in her own city or wherever she lives, someone right down the road from her, had a totally different outlook on life than she did. And then when she went to college, she was stunned. And I wouldn't say I was stunned like her, but I mean, it's definitely a different experience. Like, I've probably seen more gay people and up here, or more, I mean, more people like that of a different makeup or a different sexual preference than me. I've probably seen more of them up here the first 2 weeks than I had my whole life growing up. So it's just, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's good that we're all diverse, because it makes for great conversation, and you get on each whatever you're talking about, you're always going to get another viewpoint. Someone's going to have a different opinion. Someone's going to have a different way of looking at something. And it's really helpful, especially in the university. But that was my vlog, my new student dialogue. So I'll be posting it up here shortly. Thank you.